Manchester. I don't know if you know it, it's called Rochdale. Yeah. For them that don't, it's famous for Gracie Fields, Lisa Stansfield, grooming gangs. And I had an idyllic childhood, smoking, drinking, underage sex. It would have been perfect, but my mum was barking mad. Absolutely off her head. She was totally obsessed with her weight. And she was like a yo-yo dieter. I'll give you an example. 1980, she was the North West Slinger of the Year. 1981, she went face of Greg's. and we just laughed at her. But it stopped being funny when she got obsessed with me. Yeah, she had me at Weight Watchers when I was 11. I mean, is that even legal? And if I lost weight, we stopped at Chippy on way home. But it did give me a complex, it did. I mean, I wouldn't wear a bathing suit, I won't go swimming. Excuse me. And it went on for years. And then a couple of years ago, I thought, you know what, get a grip. This is ridiculous. I went swimming. Oh my God, it was life-changing, it was exhilarating, it was wonderful. And you know the best bit were? My tits floated. Magnificent they were, magnificent. But I know you're looking at me, you know, and you're thinking, what's this old bird up to? Well, as you get grey, you start to get invisible. I don't want to fade away. I want to go out screaming and shouting. So I set myself challenges. I've wrote a book. Interaction. I appeared live on the Chase. I didn't win, and Bradley Walsh is lovely. I have played live at Glastonbury. I strung my ukulele in the car park, and I'm having that. But my friend said to me, like, what's wrong with you? She said, you've got the opposite of the imposter syndrome. I thought, is that something? So I googled it. Google says, Dunning-Kruger effect. Essentially, so this happens when you're bursting with confidence, yet your skills don't quite match up with how great you think you are. I don't know what that's all about. But my biggest challenge is that I've been married 36 years. Thank you. Met and married within a year. He proposed to me at Bobby Ball's nightclub in Rochdale. Do you remember Bobby Ball? Rock on Tom, yeah, Bobby Ball's nightclub. He got down on one knee on the dance floor. Now, I have to be honest, even after all these years, I can't be 100% sure that he wasn't tying his shoelace. But I took it as a proposal, and I had the wedding booked by Monday. Booked a wedding before he sobered up. But we got married until death do us part. You know, I just didn't think it'd take this long. But I always knew that we'd stay together. I knew that we'd never separate. I mean, neither of us ever wanted custody of kids. But he does love me. I know. I mean, he's almost told me once. But he's not here tonight. He ain't come here to support me. He says that this is my midlife crisis. I'm too old for a midlife crisis. For this to be midlife, I'd have to live to be 124. But we have little names for each other. Hang on, just 1 minute. Can I move this because I think it's blocking your view? Let me just move it. There you go. See you then. Anyway, so we have little names for each other, and he calls me Delightful Deborah. Isn't that nice? Delightful Deborah. I call him my sex machine. No, sorry, I got that wrong. No, I call him a fucking tool. But when I met him, you know, things changed, don't they? And he's changed a lot. He's changed a lot. When I first met him, he had a narrow waist and a broad mind. That's changed. But just recently, it's like had a social awakening. And he's really angry with the government. What's happened is the government has taken something from him. 21 units has been reduced to 14. He's figured out that's 7 units a week, 350 units a year. The government has stolen 70 pints off him. He's livid. He's joined a protest group, Men Against Restricting Active Drinking Institute? Mardy for sure. And all them Mardy men are going to march to London, and they're going to demand that it's given back to them. And do you know what? I'm kind of proud of him. I'm proud, that he's seen a social injustice. I'm proud that he's seen a wrong that he wants to put right. But then I found the real reason. Do you not push him over the edge? Do you not ticked him off? He was saving them 70 pints for a stag do in Benidorm. But I've changed. I mean, back then it were all high heels and push-up bras. I mean, actually, the first night I met him, the boobs were pushed that high, they were level with his nose. And the classic line was, "Can I nuzzle in your bosom?" What's all that about? I took him home. Crazy, isn't it, with the 80s, 1980s. But back now, it's all about comfort. Flat shoes, big knickers, and this week I have just bought my first comfort bra from Amazon. Highly recommended. Most comfortable thing I've ever worn. It keeps everything in place, just not the place where they used to be. But back then I used to love perfume. I used to spend a fortune on perfume. And my favourite one was Lulu. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Lulu. God, it was strong. It was that strong you could smell me before I entered the room. Now I spend as much money on air fresheners so you don't smell me when I leave. I mean, with age I've got terrible wind. But there's one thing, I'll never die of natural causes. It'll either be methane poisoning or I'll spontaneously combust. But there's lots of things. I feel like I'm really warm into you getting me extra. I feel really comfortable with you, and I'd like to confess something. I mean, I don't usually tell people this, but I'm a crap driver. I know that's stereotypical, oh, the woman's a crap driver, but I really am. And it's not something that's deteriorated over the years, it's just never got better. And I can't parallel park, I can't reverse, no sense of direction, you know the usual. But I've passed my driving test 3 times. 3 times. First time I was a teenager, I wore my nurse's uniform, as you do. I don't know if I passed because he was impressed by my choice of career or if he was just a dirty pervert. Didn't care. Second time I was in America. Like the Americans think that everybody in England, little old England, knows each other. So I kind of pretended that I didn't know his Auntie Jean in Epping Forest. And then the third time was in Malta. Tiny Mediterranean island, overpopulated, full of lunatics. If you put your bins out a day early, you get €100 spot fine. But drink driving is considered culturally acceptable. I passed my test because I was sober that day. But I haven't, I've become over-dependent on my sat-nav. I can't go anywhere without it. I go to the shop and I had sat-nav on just in case there's a road closure or a detour. I was coming home the other night and it said, at the interchange, take the 3rd exit down the slip road and head west. It lost me at interchange. I don't even know how I got home. Oh. But I've used the sat-nav to come here tonight. There's lots of country lanes in there. Massive big tractor coming towards me. I can't get round it. It's like a Jeremy Clarkson-sized tractor. I can't get round it. I'm trying to reverse down the lane and the farmer is going round. You can see his face. He gets out of the tractor, comes to my car, says, get out. So he gets in the car, reverses it down the lane, and I'm thinking, oh God. I'm walking down to get to the car, and as he's walking back to me, he's really angry, and he said, have you got a fucking licence? And I said, yeah, I've got 3. He didn't even smile, never mind laugh. But I do this craziness, this absolute madness, because it makes me feel alive. It makes me feel relevant. It makes me feel me. And my husband's jealous of that statement. And I said, well, find something that makes you feel like that. He said, I think I'll be a Morris dancer. I said, crack on with that, love. So he went down to Village Hall and all the Morris men were there, and he said they were like sat, along the table, and they were like an interview panel. And they were asking him questions, things like, do you like real ale? Are you free back holiday Monday? Do you own anorak? had amazing wrist action. Not surprising, eh? Amazing wrist action. And then the man said to him, just one final question. He said, are you circumcised? And my husband said, well, yeah, actually, yes, I am. And he said, he snapped the book. He said, your application's unsuccessful. He said, well, why? He said, I answered the questions, I looked the bells. You said I had great wrist action. He said, you don't meet the criteria. He said, you've got to be a complete prick to be an honest answer. I kind of feel I should finish then. I'll finish on a high because I don't think they'll clap me next.